Hi, in this part 2 video of active and passive voice, we are just recollecting the basic concepts what we have seen related to it earlier and the formulas for transformation. So, in that part of formulas for transformation, we are in need to know the formulas for all the available 12 forms of tenses, and also hope you remember that those four forms, they do not have a passive structure. So those four structures we can eliminate it while discussing it for formulas. So first one is that simple present tense. So simple present tense can be marked with verbs such as mm, do, does, and all. So for this, while you are writing a passive structure, based on your, always remember that based on your subject, you can use the helping verb. So once you are placing the helping verb, you have to use the past participle form of your verb and followed by, and you can use the object into the subject place. And if it is a present continuous, that so everyone knows that present continuous can be written with verb plus ing structure. So this structure can be mentioned as like you as it is the regular format, you can change, use helping verb. Being it is mentioned with continuous structure, you can use being plus past participle form of your verb, and you can use by plus the object into subject case. And present perfect tense. So when we speak about present perfect tense, in the sense, you must recollect it should contain has or have plus v3 already. So whereas in a part of passive structure, object plus has or have been can be used before that, by plus the object into the subject case. Similar way, you can use the formula for past tense, past continuous, and past perfect tense, and similar for simple future and future perfect tense. So we don't have the passive structure for future continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous tense. So here we have the small example for impersonal passive voice. So impersonal passive voice, what we are supposed to do in this sense, you can avoid mentioning the agent who is the performer of an action when it addresses the person deliberately. So for instance, he will execute the orders becomes, so you can write the orders will be executed. So there is no need to mention about the subject along with the sentence. And similar way, someone has stolen the purse, so that might be anyone, it can be. So better you can go with the purse has been stolen. So as I told you already about we have discussed a lot about the formulas. So how the formula will be work out with the sentence, let's do with the present perfect tense. For instance, if I say I have submitted my assignment, so first I'm supposed to demarcate my sentence. What is the subject here? I, and that verb part is have submitted, and the object will be my assignment. So here I have to change the object into the subject place, my assignment. I didn't mean it as assignment, so still the subject which is in singular form. So my assignment has, so being it is in a passive structure, we are supposed to use been. My assignment has been submitted by me. I only submitted, right? So like those kind of a small moderations can be done while changing a sentence into the passive structure. So here application of active and passive voice. So we discussed a lot about voice so far. So how the tenses help us to make day-to-day conversation, and it helps us to create a sentences, understand messages in its own way. Similarly, active and passive voice performs lot. So you can use the structure of active and passive voice in news reporting and API documents, error messages, and legal documents, social media making contents, and real-time monitoring. So there are so many, especially in a part of reporting areas and all. After submitting the detailed investigation report, by the time you must go with the passive structure alone. So there are a lot of possibility to use the grammar exactly in whatever we want, but the problem is that we fail to know how to make a sentence and how to use it. So when you are make this practice regularly in the sense, and you will be making, and you will be comfort with all types of grammar. Thank you.